What's going on, K-Squad? We are here today to check out, and by check out I mean review, recap, the last episode of Burn the Stage. BTS's Burn the Stage, the YouTube Red I just spit out a spit bubble. It's going down. Okay. A YouTube Red original series, YouTube Red documentary that they did on our boys. If you haven't watched the first 7 episodes or my first 7 recaps, what are you doing? Go check that shit out. And if you have watched all that and you've watched episode 8, then you're here today. We're going to talk about it. We're going to cry again because your boy, listen, I cried, I think 4 or 5. It was yesterday, 4 or 5 times. Literally, the last couple times I've only been crying twice. It was like easy breezy, only a couple cries. This time, the tears were flooding, dude. This was, oh my god, what an emotional episode. What an emotional episode. Let's fucking dive into it and talk about it and just talk about how we died. So we open up with Yoongi talking about how he's the kind of person who likes to spend a lot of time by himself, be on his own. But the fact that he's living now this life in BTS, he literally lives with perfect strangers, is what he said, with ARMY. So I was like, that's a compliment, right? Like, he's just saying, like, well, I have to live with all these people now, all these strangers in my life, because I'm in BTS, I'm so popular, but they're perfect strangers. So I was like, thanks, Yoongi. I really appreciated that. So Yoongi talks about how when they're at the start, there's 7 of them as they got together. At the start, they argued a lot, and there were a lot of fights. I was like, holy shit. Like, I'm just, like, imagining full-on fights like Jin and Taehyung times 10. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, I guess that happens well, as you grow, like as you first meet, you know, personalities probably clash and things like that. But I was like, it was hard to picture that. It's very hard to picture them like going at each other and fighting. I was like, oh my god. And Hobie's like, yeah, we clashed big time. And like, there are a lot of times where we just didn't work it out and it was just like bad. And I was like, holy shit, like how'd you guys even get here now to all be like best friends? That's crazy. But I guess you build off those, you know, those arguments, even if they're big arguments and you don't really work it out at the time. I guess you build off of it and, you know, become closer eventually. And then cute little Park Jimin says he's never raged so hard in his life. Fucking Park Jimin, just imagine him raging. How even? So Yoongi's like, yeah, when we never had any personal space and it was really hard, but eventually, you know, it was never an issue. We got together, we got along, and we became brothers. And I was like, fucking respect, bro. Then they just go on this little like 1 minute tangent of them all talking about how they've become so close and they love each other very much. And this is where I cried for the first time. Jungkook says he's learned a lot from them. Everyone says they can relate to each other so much and they're so close. And I was just like fucking weeping already. I was like, these boys love each other so much. I respect it. I love it so much. They are so perfect. I love them so much. So I was crying. I was like, they've been through so much. Love them. Love yourselves. So they're nearing the end of their Wings tour, the final stretch. And Hobie's like talking about how he's changed. And he says, at the beginning, he started, the way he came at the concerts was, it was like a performance and he had to really get everything perfectly. He had to perform, but now he says it's more about having fun and just having fun with the crowd and having fun himself, enjoying what he's doing. And I understand that, you know, at the start, you really want to make everything perfect. You want to do everything right. But then you realize, you know, if you want to have fun yourself and enjoy yourself and maybe even make it more enjoyable for the fans, you just got to let loose a little, you know? Then the members say, they ask who gets the most out of these concerts, who has the most fun. And everyone says Jin. And I don't doubt it. Like, look at Jin. He's just pulling out hearts. He's so good at working with the crowd and, like, making ARMY scream and laugh. Like, he's literally so funny. Then we get a little bit of a background on Jin. He talks about how when he's growing up, he wanted to be a nice businessman, big income like his father. But then he was like, he watched some like dramas on television. He's like, I want to be an actor. And then he got picked up by Big Hit and he's like, now I'm going to be a singer. He can still be an actor, Big Hit. He can still be an actor. Get him in a drama. So Jin just talks about how when he first got into singing, he didn't know anything about singing. He couldn't sing, but he practiced and he trained really hard for so many years. And he still practices. And he's like, I know I'm not phenomenal, but I'm still improving and I'm doing my best. And I was like, bitch, you are phenomenal. Have you heard your voice now? You have such an amazing voice. It's powerful. It's stable. It's lovely. It's amazing. You've come so far. We are all so proud. Hobie compliments him here. He's like, I noticed a fuller, steadier tone. My boy is killing it these days. And Jimin says, I'm the only one who's seen him sing on stage every time this whole tour, you know, by himself, and he's become remarkably better. Remarkably better. Remarkably better, Jin. You are fucking amazing. And Kim Seok-jin inspired Jimin to want to do better. Then Namjoon says, it's one or the other, too much change too fast or not fast enough. And he's like, that's what's happening with all the guys in the group. Either some of them are changing so rapidly or some of them are not really changing fast enough. I was like, oh shit. Then Jin just says he wants to make music for a long time and give concerts for a long time. And he really loves ARMY. And I was like, bitch, we love you. Then we have all 7 of them chilling in a hotel room eating food. Because why? What else would they be doing? They literally only eat food. And they literally talk about how they always, whenever they get food, they just eat the food so fucking hard and eat all the food. And then they slowly start to talk a bit. But they're just all about food at first. And I was like, bitch, like, we've been here. I've seen enough clips of you guys eating to know that you are literally obsessed with food, which I can't blame them. Then the motherfuckers are sipping on that good champagne. Look at the Sprite. Look at the Sprite. Chilling on the top of the wine cup. They just keep chatting about the concerts and the tour, and they're just bonding, and it's so nice to see them laugh together. Hobie's laugh makes me smile so much. And then Namjoon's talking about how Jungkook got him something, and it was the first time Jungkook ever got him something. Look at Jungkook's face. And he just said he felt very touched by it, and I was like, my fucking Maknae, you the boy. So this is a little heartbreaking. Jimin was injured and he couldn't perform, or he couldn't do the dance moves. He went up and he sung on stage, but he couldn't perform, and he just felt so, Jimin, he gets so down on himself sometimes, and like this was like especially one of those moments when he couldn't perform, and he was injured, and everyone was just like, no, you have to rest your body, Jimin, you can't go out there. And he wanted to, but they're like, no, you can't. And then Jimin just felt so badly, and I felt so badly for him because I know how he feels, even though I think everyone, including me, in ARMY would say, no, rest your body. Like, your health comes first no matter what. Then Namjoon, okay, so this is where I cried another time. Jimin was like, I'm so sorry, everybody. I feel so bad. Namjoon starts this little chant saying, it's okay, it's okay. Then all of ARMY joined in, and then, oh, my heart. Everyone is so kind. Everyone's so kind to him. Everyone should be so kind to him. He's so precious and lovely. He came out on stage, he sang. Just because he couldn't dance doesn't mean oh my God, I love him so much. So then they talk about 2-3, the ARMY song, and they talk about how much it means to them. And I was like, bitch, how much it means to you? How much it means to us? Oh my God, it's the most perfect song ever for ARMYs. They literally wrote a song for us. It's amazing. And Tay was just saying he choked him up to hear them all sing along. Then all the members join in and say how much the song means to them, how important it is to show their love for ARMY through the song, and how amazing it is to perform it with them at the concerts. Then Jin talks about how, we're using a different language, and they still sing along everywhere around the world, so they have to listen and learn the song by ear. And I was like, bitch, I know. And they thought it was amazing that they can learn this song. So many ARMYs from different countries can learn this song without even knowing the language. And I was like, yeah, man, like, yeah. And then I cried here for a third time when the song ends and the crowd is still singing it, and Hobie just said that the song's always going to remain there in their hearts forever. And it was just such a beautiful moment. Hearing ARMY sing that song, it made me weep. And just right here, I just wanted to tell you guys that this is a fucking look. Kim Namjoon with the gray hair and the black turtleneck and the black sunglasses. This is a fucking look. So then we have a little montage of them at the AMAs, and the members saying, like, this is fucking wild. What can we do next? Like, we just want to know how far we can go with this. And I was like, bitch, you can go as far as you want, as far as you guys can go, as far as ARMYs will help take you there. I was like, bitch, we're gonna help you. We're gonna help you get there. I want BTS to achieve every goal possible, seriously. So then they're all practicing for this final encore performance of the BTS Wings tour in Seoul, and it's the last episode of the BTS Live Trilogy, and they're working so hard on it. So Hobie's talking about, and Yoongi talks about how they've improved so much when it comes to this whole live thing and planning it and like practicing. And it was great. We got a little montage of them like helping out and showing and like saying what they want to do. I love how much of a hand they have in all the performing, all the artistry. Like they literally, it's not just BTS. Everyone does something for them, and then you throw them on stage and they perform. They literally have planning when it comes to what they want to do on stage. Every little tiny thing. They're like, oh, we want to do this. Can we change this? I love that. I love how much they're involved in it. So then they all talk about how, time has gone on so quickly. We're already at the end. It feels crazy. It feels kind of good to be back in Korea, but Hobie says there's kind of a little bit of a sense of emptiness because it's all ending. But I'm like, bitch, you're going to go on tour again. Don't worry. Don't you worry. So Tae's like, I could never forget this moment going on stage. Jimin is like, I was trying to play it cool, but I literally couldn't say anything. I was so nervous. And I was like, you've done this before, guys. Don't worry. It's okay. It'll be okay. But I understand why they're nervous. It's their last show. They want to put on a great performance. I get it. So Jimin talks about how this concert made him realize that, this tour made him realize that there's always going to be problems. There's always going to be problems, always, but they're always going to get through those problems. And he's like, well, I'd still like for the day to come where there's actually no problems. And I was like, keep dreaming, boy. There's problems everywhere in life, even in this. Obviously, there's problems everywhere. You just always have to get through them. And I think BTS are really amazing at getting through all their problems. So as much as I would like for that day to come as well, I think you guys just going to have to keep fighting through those problems. Then we have Jimin talking about how at first when he went on stage and performed this live all by himself, it felt very overwhelming. He was very nervous, but now he just gets lost in the song and he lets the song control him and he just kills it, fucking slays it. And I was like, you go, bitch, get it. So Namjoon and Yoongi say, we can't keep up this young energy forever. We can't just keep up this young new kids on the block type, original type thing that we have. But it's like, they're just saying we want to just keep growing with our fans and change, as we change, hopefully they can keep supporting us. And I was like, yeah, bitch, like obviously yeah, you're not gonna be young forever, but as long as you guys whatever they do, I will support them, no matter what age, always. So this is where I cried again. Each of the members go through just talking about how much this concert, this tour has meant for them, how much armies mean to them, how much, like, how thankful they are for armies, and just how happy they are, and like literally all of them start crying and breaking down. And then I was crying a bit, but then when Yoongi started crying, bitch, I was done. I was fucking done. When Yoongi started crying here, man, I was like, he choked up, and I was like, the tears were streaming down my face. Like, hard. Like, it was a hard cry when Yoongi started crying. Like, look at this fucking face. I'm gonna cry right now. Look at him. Oh, man. Okay. Fucking chill. Holy fuck. Oh, okay. Just watching him cry is just too much. It's too much for your boy. Namjoon is like, oh, his was so nice. He's like, now there's always going to be bumps in the road, but now we know that there's so many people who reward us with their trust and believe in us that it doesn't matter. We'll get through those bumps. And I was like, bitch, yes. Then Young Forever plays, and over the background of them, you know, getting off the stage for the final time. And then I cried more, once again. Just Young Forever is such a beautiful song. And they talked about how they aren't going to be young forever. And I was just bawling. And then they just do a montage of how, you know, how much support they get and how much they appreciate it from, you know, the whole crew, all the armies around the world. And they're just like, we're all in this together. And it's so beautiful. I love them so much. Then they have all the quotes at the end, and I cried once again here. Reading all the quotes, all these beautiful quotes from each of the members, just, my heart was just filled with love, and I just was bawling, man. I think it might have been 6 times that I cried, but like a lot of the cries were just after another, so it's hard to count, but the way they ended it with all these quotes are so beautiful. Then they ended with this final shot of them on stage. At this point, I was bawling. At this point, I'm about to bawl. It's just, so beautiful. I love them so much. And then the credits at the end were with Spring Day in the background. I was a bawling mess at the end, man. For the final 5 minutes, it was just cry. And man, when I tell you I love these guys so much, it's deeper than that. Like, I have such a bond with them, and this documentary has only made it closer because I love them so much. I appreciate how much they open themselves up to us in this documentary, and I feel so close to them, and I think they're the most special dudes in the world. That's why I support them so much. That's why I talk about them so much. That's why I love them so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed the recaps. I did all 8 episode recaps. I hope you enjoyed the recaps and reviews with me. I hope you enjoyed the episodes themselves. And I love you guys so much. Thanks for supporting my videos. Thanks for supporting BTS because they deserve it. And have yourselves a wonderful day. And remember, shoe back. Click clack to the bang bang. I'm a boy at a bang tang. Me and you, we would never